As the new DC Universe, DCU, under James Gunn begins to take shape, fans are eager to see which heroes will finally get their moment in the live-action spotlight. While some long-awaited characters like Booster Gold and Swamp Thing are confirmed to appear, others remain overlooked, despite decades of comic book legacy. Among them is Ray Palmer's Atom, a brilliant scientist and Silver Age staple whose live-action adaptations have never quite captured the essence of his comic book counterpart. Now, with Gunn's renewed focus on character-driven storytelling and a world where the strange and the scientific coexist, the DCU finally has the chance to give the Atom the cinematic treatment he's always deserved. The Atom's shrinking legacy. First appearing in the Silver Age of comics, the Atom, whether as Ray Palmer, Ryan Choi, or Rhonda Pineda, has long been one of DC's most inventive heroes. His ability to shrink down to subatomic levels while retaining full strength allows him to traverse dimensions, manipulate time, and explore the unseen worlds that exist within matter itself. Much like Marvel's Ant-Man, the Atom's powers come with an intriguing scientific foundation, but his character is driven less by comedy and more by curiosity and compassion. As a physicist who uses his intellect to save lives, Ray Palmer embodies the fusion of heroism and discovery that defined DC's Silver Age. Unfortunately, despite being a vital member of the Justice League in the comics, live-action versions of the character have struggled to do him justice. The Forgotten Justice League Atom. In 1997, long before the rise of shared superhero universes, a made-for-TV Justice League of America movie attempted to bring DC's heroes to life. While the film is largely remembered for its awkward tone and low-budget effects, it offered one unexpectedly faithful portrayal, John Cassor's Ray Palmer. This version of the Atom was a soft-spoken scientist who accidentally gained his powers and learned to control them with the help of Martian Manhunter. While the story leaned more toward camp than comic accuracy, the Atom's shrinking sequences and his reliance on intellect over brute strength reflected the spirit of his comic origins. Despite this, the movie's limited release and mixed reception ensured that the Atom faded back into obscurity, a pattern that would repeat nearly 2 decades later. The Arrowverse Iron Man problem. Fast forward to 2014, when Brandon Routh, best known as Superman in Superman Returns, re-emerged in Arrow as Ray Palmer. Initially introduced as a charismatic tech mogul, this iteration of the character built the ATOM exosuit, transforming him into a high-tech hero more reminiscent of Iron Man than the shrinking scientist from the comics. While Routh's charm and optimism made Ray one of the Arrowverse's most likable figures, the show's limited budget meant audiences rarely saw him use his powers to full potential. His heroism leaned more toward boardroom brilliance and armored combat than the microscopic adventures that define the Atom in the comics. Even so, Routh's portrayal helped keep the character relevant for a new generation, appearing in Legends of Tomorrow and becoming a key part of the Arrowverse's heart. Yet, despite the actor's best efforts, his version of the Atom was more a reinvention than a reflection of the original Ray Palmer. A Golden Age legacy waiting to be reborn. Before Ray Palmer, there was the Golden Age Atom, Al Pratt, a scrappy, super-strong college student without shrinking abilities. He would later inspire successors like Atom Smasher, seen in Black Adam, and Captain Atom, whose nuclear-based powers made him one of DC's most powerful beings. Yet Ray Palmer remains the most iconic incarnation, a scientist, explorer, and hero who bridges the gap between hard science fiction and moral storytelling. His intellect rivals Batman's, but his empathy and wonder set him apart. With James Gunn's DCU emphasizing weird science and deep comic lore, there's no better time to reintroduce the Atom. His abilities could open the door to the quantum realm-like worlds of the DC multiverse, offering both cinematic spectacle and philosophical depth. The perfect time for the Atom to return. The DCU's upcoming slate, from Superman, Legacy to The Authority, proves that Gunn and Peter Safran aren't afraid to embrace the unconventional. In a universe where metahumans have existed for centuries, the Atom story could naturally fit into either the past or present. The best path forward may lie in introducing both Ray Palmer and Ryan Choi, as previous adaptations teased. Ray could serve as the pioneering scientist who first unlocked the secrets of molecular miniaturization, while Ryan inherits his technology and ideals in the modern day, a mentor-protege dynamic that honors both eras of DC Comics. Unlike previous live-action takes that turned him into a suit-wearing inventor or comic relief, the DCU's Atom deserves to return as what he truly is, a scientist-explorer whose adventures redefine scale and perception. Conclusion: a hero built for the DCU's future. In the right hands, the Atom could become one of the DCU's most visually and intellectually compelling heroes. His adventures blend the cerebral and the emotional. Quantum physics meets human compassion. After decades of near misses and half measures, James Gunn's DCU could finally give the Atom the same level of cinematic respect granted to heroes like Ant-Man and Iron Man. Ray Palmer doesn't just deserve a second chance. He deserves the spotlight he's been shrinking away from for far too long.